Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Field of Glory Empires, episode number 14, maybe. No, 15? I lost track, but I'm having a lot of fun with this series. So I'm finishing up the Rule the Waves series for those of you who are not very familiar with my channel, since that's the main content I put out, and I feel really good because that one's coming to an end. I'm ending it well, I feel, and I really like this as the backup series. I'm still tempted to play this in my own time. Anyway, so let's get into the typical review. Rome has expanded a little bit. Looks like Dalmatians, they might end up falling to Rome. It looks like the Rome has expanded that way. Carthage has stabilized a little bit. Definitely no Numidians now. They're now the Gatuli. Also, there's the Nasamones. Beria looks okay. The Gallia is doing his thing, the Galli guy. Britain looks more or less the same. The Marcomanni looks like they've lost a few places. Goths are stable as usual. Actually, it looks like they had expanded, or even have expanded a huge amount, but then fell apart a little bit in the middle. Interesting to see what's going on there. Obviously, the biggest winner this far in this game is Macedonia. What does that mean for us? I mean, it means that we're up against the biggest nation, well, the most powerful, or let's just say the most quickly increasing in strength and power and size. We're up against the fastest growing empire. And Amisos feels that Lydia is a new objective for the armies of Pontus. So just to make matters a little bit worse, the Pontus rulers, or whatever the people in charge, have decided that one of our objectives should be in Macedonia. I'm not saying that that wasn't a place we were going to go eventually, but it's not necessarily a place I wanted to go anytime soon. Alright, merchants and patricians, Croesus' legacy. We can use the money we have to get metal, which we absolutely don't need, or we can get manpower. I am a huge fan of the manpower, but remember, above some maximum, it doesn't really benefit us. So for now, money that sits in the treasury is better, and we can just leave that option for a time when we have worse manpower. One of the things I'm going to do, in fact, is to build a gymnasium here. There's two really good options. Gymnasium is one. It is good. I mean, I actually quite like charcoal pile. I don't know why I didn't really think about this before. This would bring lumber into this territory as well, which would be really nice. I was thinking gymnasium, but the other one is commercial port, which is really good. Increases trading range. It does need sails, which you would have to get from Byzantium. I do want a place with sails eventually. Now, there's another thing to consider. We only have 2 building slots left, so we have to be a little bit careful about what we're doing here. I still think that charcoal ends up being a pretty big benefit. What other things is it possible for us to get? This almost seems like a time when we should probably shuffle things up. I don't know. Charcoal pile is pretty good. Gymnasium and commercial port are both very good. The trade range bonus +1. I mean, it doesn't add to your trade acumen, which is, I think a lot of the stuff that we need is already in range of us, but the bigger problem is that other people are taking it. Now, this place also has no food. It's going to grow in 2 turns, so you know what? It doesn't really matter. We're going to get another slot anyway. Infrastructure money is it's as solid can be. And I don't see one of our places for charcoal pyres. Well, let's go ahead and go with that. I mean, commercial port, a lot of money. We would get more from tools, from dye, from glass, a lot of things which are missing there. I don't know. It can be upgraded to trade port. I like some of the other things like major harbor, shipyard, dry dock. I mean, let's look at those other options. So let's go with gymnasium. Back to square one. I don't think you can go wrong with gymnasium. We do have negative manpower. I just kind of like the charcoal pile because it's good for infrastructure, it's good for money, and it brings lumber into this territory. Is that what we want to do? I don't see that the need for lumber in this place right now. Let's go to the trade goods and see. Are we missing? So we're importing this from Armenia, Macedonia, Pontus, Macedonia, and Judea. Wow, we're importing almost all our trade goods. And we're missing tools. Okay, so I don't see the need for the lumber yet, so we'll just go with gymnasium. The safe choice. That's like the safe choice. Lots of buildings are starting to cap up on buildings. It might be time, at least at some point for us to start looking into scrapping some of the old buildings. Might be a few that we don't really need. Okay, other stuff. We've taken this territory from the Bosporus. So now how do we want to equip our... I think we're going to do the aggressive thing and go look for their fleet. 1-1. Is this my pirate fleet? It is. So let's have the pirates go here and raid instead. And what do we have going on here? We have clear water, we have a farm, and we have a harbor. Wow. We will not be able to build anything ever, apparently. But that's also might be just because our current configuration is a little bit wonky. I'm okay with the shepherd house over here for wool. Just because... Oh my gosh, public works would be so much better. Can we just put some people in and solve this problem? Yeah, 7 turns. Okay. I don't know. The loyalty... Because it's a Greek people, we don't have a huge loyalty penalty. We'll get public works in 3 turns. Pfft, count me in. I know that a shepherd would give us a nice amount of food, but... Blacksmith's not even that bad itself. Colt site for conversion bonus. Ooh, and culture. Let's get the public works first. I'm sure we'll have other opportunities to pick on things, but let's get this one because it gives us a little bit of infrastructure, gives us a little bit of better movement, and it doesn't take a slot. So those are all good things. In the meantime, there's nobody around us. We can probably just go and conquer whatever we want. What do we want next? This one. This one. I think that we should dot our I's, cross our T's. Take the ones next to us first. Because we'll have to go... Actually, sea travel is really easy in this one, so... It might behoove us to actually attack here. This is... Yeah, this is Scythian now. So all we need to do is take this one, which is population 8. Has salt house, flax field, charcoal, armorer, garum versus clear... I like this one better. This one has all the good stuff. All the right stuff. We'll still go here first. It doesn't really matter. We're going to take them both eventually, so it's just really... Actually, so because we're going to take them both eventually, let's go here first because we'll take it a little bit faster with the pirate ships, besieging them. We move over here, then we move over here. It's progressive. We don't have to backtrack to keep taking things that we want to take. That was an objective, so we got a progress token. Unfortunately, that doesn't matter for us right now. I think we're sitting at 5 out of 5. But, okay, it's still good. I think it gives us more legacy, if I'm not mistaken. Legacy, we are income of 5 now. Wow, a lot of people have much higher income than us. Like the Persians with their 45% factional bonus. Jeez. Iberians are actually at 212, which is insane. I wonder how they managed that. So I think that's all we need to do for this turn. We'll have a lot of stuff happening next turn, including that reshuffle. And I haven't really micromanaged the... CDR we're fine, right? Unless we're in the bottom half. Even if we're in the bottom third, I don't even think it matters. A couple of progress tokens being removed would just give us more room to make those back. So probably we should be doing money. For any place that is not disloyal, we should be thinking about doing money or food. Like in this case, it doesn't really matter because we're going to finish that next turn. Alright, let me take a quick sweep around and see if there's anything else. Like you doing infrastructure may not matter as much. So, something like this. I know that the infrastructure still helps the other people around you, but... loyalty's at 82, so we're going to dump one off of there. If it's this one needs it. This one surely needs it. All these citizens are so unhappy. I don't know why. That looks good. I mean, technically this is not... This might be just purely a waste of infrastructure, so put one into there instead. Yeah, I think we have the right idea pretty much everywhere. No culture, money, and I guess we can also build up our army even though we are negative in manpower now. I don't know why. Military upkeep. Yeah, it is the military upkeep. So we might have overstretched a little bit, but we can get some more heavy infantry. Takes a upkeep of 4 each versus the Punic archers, which are 3 each. Well, that's not necessarily that cheap. This is 2 Punic archers already. We might start building up a second army, but for now, we'll hold off a turn on that. We probably need to split the army of 19 that we have. It doesn't need to be that big. It's probably like way oversized on most things. Speaking of, just like this. So, fight the battle, but not going to be much of a fight. That was the closest one that they had a chance at. They rolled well and they still lost. Yeah, so we had a +5 advantage, and we roll 3 dice. If they win any of these, it's like incredibly, very, very bad luck on our part. But that did not happen. Normal luck prevailed. We didn't take a hit, and we take a new territory. It looks like that was, oh my gosh, so close to actually getting them. Looks like they're stuck in port here. And we might accidentally raid the Sarmatians, but okay, that's just... We didn't want it to happen, but it just has to happen. Yeah, we're still stuck at the highest tier. So we can't do any wrong when it comes to culture. Okay, spend metal to acquire money or manpower. Again, the same kind of idea that we don't need anything, so don't need to view that. Citizenship status and state reforms. Convert ethnicities and reduce decadence. I like this. I think this one is the one that the changes can disturb, blah, blah, blah. There is a 50% chance to lose a progress token. But the government intends to gain efficiency and stability. Government age is reduced by 1/3. No, I actually still want government. I want... Okay, so what if we do major? This does... Each region with one such conversion gets -10 loyalty and -20... Let's do this minor one. Otherwise, we can reform the government. Progress tokens or decadence can be gained or removed. In addition to that, each region will gain a negative or positive modifier. I don't know. I don't trust our ruler enough. He's not like a good administrator. Our nation can evolve. Under the rule of Pontus can be formed an Empire Pontus. See nation panel. Wow. Let's check out the difference. I haven't had this opportunity to do this yet, so this is pretty cool. Confirm that. Okay, so change your government to Empire. Until you do so, you'll get an increased penalty from decadence. Be sure not to slip into the lowest tier of the CDR, or you will lose the possibility to evolve. Okay, maybe the 5 progress tokens is what we wanted. Let's do it. I don't know what that's going to mean. Next turn we'll find out. Monarchies have 10 bonus XP when units are created. Who knows if we're still going to have that, but... Okay, so yeah, we took another territory, and... So we got another progress token. Which doesn't matter too much. A powerful raid occurred, and Pontus engaged and crushed all defenders. Towns and cities are burning. Oh my god, we might not have wanted to do that. But, because now we're going to try to take it. But, actually I want this fleet over here because I am a little bit worried. What are you? Armenian. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about this fleet of 15 sitting in port. Yeah. Actually, they're pirate ships and light ships, so if our pirate ships arrive there, we'll be okay. We'll have the numbers. And we have another 6 fleet here, which are more pirate warships. Okay. Well, we'll all converge over here, and the pirate warships will combine together. Iron Mine has been completed in Paphlagonia. Oh, right, Pathagonia is here. Okay, herbalist, very good option. Ranch, also a very good option in my opinion. Helps us with the smokehouse. Food output of only 3. I don't really understand why it's so low. It's usually 6. I'm not sure if I want to do that. We have a warehouse, which gives us 14 infrastructure. We get a bonus from both stone and lumber. So you can see that it is nice. Probably I'll choose Palisade because regardless of whatever else is here, I really like Palisades. And they lead to the city walls, which is a 0 building slot item. Now, that's funny I mentioned that because we're not going to grow for another 5 turns. It might behoove us to do something like the warehouse because it'll take 12 turns and we will have grown by then. On the other hand, if I do Palisade, we will have an option for a 0 slot, another option I should say, for a 0 slot building. And the Aram slot does, I mean it does provide food, which is great, but it does take up a slot. Surprised that we don't have any options here. Actually, our loyalty and our capital is pretty low. Bit surprising. So herbalist would be really nice, but I don't see how we can do it with 0 slots. Let's do the Palisade, which is just going to protect us against Macedonia. I mean, a little bit. Okay, we have more population growth in Anatolia. And did we get anything? We also reshuffled. That's right, that's what we're doing here. We have Aqueduct, which is pretty good. Clay Pit, probably not. No, probably not Weapons Depot. Even though this is the seat of the province capital. Trading Post, I don't think so. And Oration Tribune. I do like the loyalty bonus from this, but unfortunately I dislike that it takes up a slot. Wait. We should have 2 slots. We do have 2 slots. Aqueduct still seems like a very natural choice because it's going to give us food, health. It does have a pretty bad effect on our infrastructure. We're going to have to think about what we're doing for infrastructure pretty soon here. So probably we need to start doing infrastructure stuff, but actually our infrastructure is a little bit low, mostly because we have all of our people on food. So let's do this and bring some people back for infrastructure. It's going to take 10 turns to grow, but okay. We have plenty of slots available here, so that's good to know. Need lead. It can be imported from Anatolia, which is good. Otherwise, we can get a ranch, which can already be imported from a lot of places. Trading Post, which is still good. Fortune Teller, which gives us loyalty bonus. I think that this is actually worth it. It is religious as well. So, do we have a religious building? Actually, no. So that's a really good choice then. Let's choose this. I know that it takes up a slot, but at least we have enough slots available right now. Okay, Gymnasium. We've been singing the praises of the Gymnasium for a while now. City Walls, which is probably, I really like that. I just really like it. 0 slot. Uses 1 infrastructure, but that's not that big of a deal. Or a theater, which I also think is a very good option. I think I'd rather have the, not the theater, but what's the other one that the monument, which gives us decadence, but usually a little bit higher culture, and most importantly, 0 slots. Slots is not yet a big deal, but let's get the city walls. Our manpower is not, we do not have a problem with manpower right now, so. Okay, that solves that one. That one has no ability to grow. This one's going to be our Palisades. That's good. I like that decision. Of course you like that decision. You made it. And man, the Pontic people are just expanding in a huge way, taking over the Bosporus. This is the historic option, too. It's kind of funny. We're just mowing through these people. Okay, so we have, I gotta make sure I remember that these guys exist. A harbor, which I usually like. This one doesn't seem that good. I mean, in this place it doesn't seem that good. Charcoal power, which I think there's one right next to us, so that would be, I think, not a wise idea. I think we will go with ranch. It doesn't say that there's anything nearby. It's going to take, cult site with conversion bonus and culture. And it's a religious building, so we get benefits from religious things like events. Let's do that. And we'll also like culture. Oh well, you're needed there to keep the peace basically. 75. We even need to put one more in. Let's do one more here. So what? They're not going to grow very quickly. More importantly, right now is get this stuff under control. That's good. I like it. And here, 2 left. Everything looks fine. Loyalty's not that bad. Yeah, these were Greek people too. And they're Greek as well. So the whole little island here, the whole Crimea, it's all Greek people, so it won't be that bad for us to take it. Now, up here, we basically, the line is drawn. The Crimea and no further. I mean, eventually we'll have to do it, but... okay. Progress token. Parthenius is a new objective. Oh my gosh. They're just racking up the Macedonian places. I really want Macedonia to be at war with Rome before I do anything. Yeah, that seems like... probably like almost mandatory. Cappadocia, are we going, by the way, with... yeah. We desperately need loyalty and stuff like that. Look how many people we have working culture. We have 87 culture generated from there. That's like 2/3 of our culture, all from one place. Pretty insane. And a lot of things are going to be finishing next turn, so I guess we'll just get to it then. Alright, hopefully this Navy fleet can survive 1 turn. Is this my naval guy? Probably should have put him, since we have nothing to fight us. I probably should put him. And these boats are actually worn out too. After this turn, they have to go back. Not good, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Hopefully they don't lose effectiveness before they fight. And here we go. We'll find out, won't we? I think we caught some troops or something. Nope, these are pirate ships, so it will be a good fight. And if we lose some light warships, you know, in my opinion, all the better. Take them off the payroll. So it looks like they can, yeah, suffer... they can suffer as... oh, yeah, well, it's going to take that one off the payroll. Oh, wait, it was only an effectiveness hit. Ow, my warship! How dare you? That's going to be a kill. Okay, so we lost 1 warship. That's about... oh, we got 2 warships. And, okay. And we pursue. And we sink all but 1 of them. So a really good battle. We lost 2 ships. We took some effectiveness hits, but, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 versus 7. That's a battle. That's one I'll take for sure. And we're going to win this one as well. We'll view the battle, but it's over before it begins. I don't actually have to do it, but I could skip these. I could just view the results directly, but I kind of like watching it happen. Wow, 16-3. It may have been the biggest victory I've ever seen. Okay, so there it is. Success, yada yada. Ooh, another fight. Oh, are my guys not there yet? Oh, no, my fleet is here. Oh, this is actually a huge fight. 25 versus 17. Let's find out. Wow. Let's find out what happens. Okay, these are mercenary. Oh, this is their army. Whoops. Can you imagine losing your entire army at sea? I think the Romans did that once. It wasn't in the First Punic War, or was it before the First Punic War, or around that time? They had like 70,000 men just die. We are taking some effectiveness hits here. Oh, nope, sink one of our pirate ships. I would rather than not sink pirate ships. Anyway, this was horrible defeat for them. Oh my god, they lost all but 1 cavalry. We did lose 1 pirate ship, but it's a trade-off I'll take any day. Brutal. I mean, that was actually a big enough force to be a threat to my land army. It used to be. By the way, I didn't even see what happened to the Empire thing. Are we supposed to be gaining tokens now? Yeah, we're a young Empire. We need to get progress tokens. All those progress tokens we were getting at tier 5. Anyways, let's also go and see what the Empire does. What is an Empire? What does it do? An Empire empires. We can change our recruitment policy. This is interesting. Our regions are populous and too many men want to join the army, as the pay is good. Something should be done. So we can spend 1,000 money to gain 309 manpower. Or we can spend... Wait. It says lose 500 manpower, gain 150 metal. What? But when I'm looking at it, it looks like minus 1,000 manpower and 309 metal. Why would I want to do that? I don't even have that much. First of all, no, anyway. This one is spend 618 money. No, gain 600. Oh, I see. This is, we have manpower. Do we want to trade it for something else? Heck no. That's not what we'll be doing. Pontus should now be known as the Empire of Pontus. I do want to view this. So, young Empire. So we have to move up the ranks again. We'll definitely be doing that in a hurry. Okay, culture bonus is 10%. Decadence gain further increased by 10%. Okay. So, in general, I think that's a win. And we still get the bonus of 10 XP for creating new units. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're in really good shape right now. So we did take this. And next up. No surprise there. Let's get our army home. Let's get the main Pontus fleet, which is a little bit worse for the wear. Which one? I don't know. I don't think it matters, but we'll just move here. And the rest of the fleet should be... Yeah, we'll merge these guys with one. And that is a hefty group of pirates. So we'll just have them sit and raid. I think that they can probably take out any remaining forces that the Bosporans have. We can control the strait. I guess we should control the strait first. Yeah, so this is all one zone. Let's control that first. And... Saw invasion, local forces crushed invaders. Oh, okay, so we already did a raid there, apparently. Anyways, we'll do our... Well, I don't even want to raid. You know what? Turn off the raid button. Just go there. Because the pirates don't need to... They don't get food supply, so... Pontus has granted citizenship to some foreigners. I don't know if it actually happened or not, but... Okay, so we can gain... We can use money, we can use metal, or we can use manpower. We have every option available to us. So these things are completely fluid right now. Oh no, health of our ruler is degraded a little bit. We could get a worse ruler after this, so it's... You know, it should not be... I look at it as a bad thing. Oh, okay, region Anatolia is receiving 1 slaves after a battle in Syndicus. Is that... Yeah, that's the water. So we got some slaves here. It's going to make our... Whoa! Loyalty terrible. Very bad. Okay, well, we can combat that. We do need the slave event to very quickly... I mean, the slaves mean we can build more buildings. That's good. But we do need the slave event to very quickly stop the bleeding here. We need to sell some more slaves. Alright, let's see what else we can do. So, really pay attention to this loyalty stuff. For example, dang it. Culture bonus, 10%. Infrastructure, 17 gold. No, I don't care about that. All I want... Okay. This is... We're 14 out of 19. This is quite good because it's slot 0. I think the wheelmaker might be necessary at some point. Oh, we're losing food. So that... I overdid it a little bit. There we go. That's fine. 65. That's not... I mean, it's not good, but... Take 1 turn to do that. I think we should do the 0 slot option and then just start focusing on... these things. Anything which gives us a scriptorium. Yeah, man, there's a lot of good things about this. Oh, but this needs papyrus. Oh, no, 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 no. No, that's a big no. I mean, our infrastructure is just so crazy because we have people working it all the time, but I still feel like we are neglecting that a bit. I built it up a lot in the beginning, but that doesn't mean that we could just let it ride forever. Do have to maintain everything. Okay, so what do we build here? Gymnasium. We have 1 slot remaining, which means 0 slot options are going to be king. That or loyalty. I mean, I'm still... Okay, 0 slot option, darn it. Just put my foot in my mouth. I don't really want to build these crafter districts everywhere, because the big thing is, of course, they make every building... I mean, it makes it... This slot is just flooded with tens, like 50 or so options that you can pull from, so you never get the one that you really want. Loyalty bonus, tons of money. I think that despite the fact that we're going to grow in a turn anyways, but this is so huge. And loyalty does seem to be in need here. Plus, we get 22 money. I mean, that's a lot of money. It needs wine, which we'll trade for, but that's not actually that bad. Because maybe one day we'll get... but at the same time... the 0 slot thing when you have no slots available. I mean, this is a really good option. And we need the loyalty. Okay, you know what? Because of the loyalty, I have to do it. And what do we build here? We got an aqueduct. We should have 2 spots. Wow, we have 4 slots. Theater, good option, but actually a little bit less good now that I'm more focused on loyalty than anything. Hemp field. Do we need hemp? It can be imported from a lot of different places. Charcoal pile. Not bad. Armor. Market. I really don't like any of these options. We do have pottery, so we can get the market if we want. But we don't. We're missing leather, dye, cloth. Or we can produce coal here. There's so many places that have made hemp, but hemp doesn't have any upkeep, which is nice. And that would be our 3rd farm. Oh, we have a vineyard. Okay, let's do this hemp. And maybe do this instead. Oh, well, we don't need that much money. Let's do that. Okay, that's good. And 2 turns for the palisade. I think everything's done down here. Yeah. We'll go up here and see what we have. Eventually we'll be able to make a greater province. Not just eventually, right now we can make a province. And everybody's finishing theirs. Well, almost everyone's finishing theirs next turn. I know your loyalty's bad, so we'll wait on that. This will also be Greek, so that's fine. Very good. Okay, so I think we're all set to end the turn. I don't see anything. I don't see any reason to do anything else. So we'll just next turn. Okay, what do we have going on here? A fight. 1 single unit? So we'll just view report. It was a pirate ship, and our ships got out of there. That's good. Alright, so 19 versus 6, but I think it's even worse than that. Oh my gosh, we're really packed in. It's a forest, which is not good, but I think we're going to be okay. Yeah. That was good. 2 wins, 3 wins. Okay, so now we're going to pursue them no matter what. So as long as we don't lose units. I was a little bit nervous about that one, but yeah. We're just rolling over them. And again, that huge battle at sea where they lost all their men. I mean, this is really what made this a no contest victory. And we are definitely growing, but not even suffering the CDR for it. Which means it would be nice for us to increase our... Hooray! We're up to number 7 in the world in terms of CDR ratio. Or I guess CDR means ratio. It's one of those funny things. I think people in English do that a lot. It's... Oh. Yeah, they were starving, but I actually removed them. So the Pontus fleet is now down here. I got you guys. I realized that was going to happen, so I pulled you out. We've added another nation, or another region to our nation. And we got a progress token. Colchis has conquered Armenia? Holy cow. You know, we may have picked the wrong horse in this race. A lot going on over here, and I have to say it's not going the way of our friends. We might have to switch, very quickly switch over. So what is this bottom thing? Is this ratio of slaves to... I think that's ratio of slaves. Okay, I get it now. That is the ratio of slaves to... Is it? 9288. That looks like 92%. 100. That looks like 90%. Even though those numbers added up to 101. That looks like 92. And we have 2 slaves here out of... So it should be 20% for slaves, and it's 90... Yeah, this is 90%. No, it is that number. Because we look over here, and it says 67% are Hellenic, but this is definitely not 67%. That would be over here. So I'm not really sure what this means. Maybe their people are not natively Hellenic. And maybe they're Semitic, and that's why... Who owns this? What territory do I even have selected? Karana by the Osrones. And what are you guys? Doesn't actually say what they are. Exploration expedition to the frigid land of Diadochi. Extra legacy points reward. I have never seen this. Whoa. Walking in the footsteps of famous explorers like Hannon, Euthymenes, or Pythias, we will send an exploration party toward the frigid land of Diadochi. You'll also gain a one-time reward of 150 legacy points, which sounds amazing. The mysterious land of Diadochi, or Diadochi, I don't know how to say this, but I'm doing my best, might have some riches or fertile lands. We must know more about it. Let's prepare an expedition toward it. This decision can't be triggered now, as some conditions are not met. What conditions? At least one of these conditions must be true. Land unit in... Oh, I have to... Well, can you show me where this is? Justice system. Raise loyalty or quell unrest with various options. Wow, that sounds really good. I haven't seen this one for a while. I remember seeing it maybe a long, long time ago, but we're going to read this one because it's going to be important. And then we'll probably call this turn to a close, honestly. Justice in ancient times was often swift and rudimentary. Ah, yeah, I remember this one. Citizens had some rights, in particular Hellenistic nations and Rome, but slaves, and to some extent women, were regularly stripped of everything. So we can have minor amnesties, up to 2 regions, and unrest will revert to a quieter state. Excuse me. That's nice. These regions get 2 decadence points, but those will disappear over time. Major amnesty gives us lose some strengths as some troublemakers give up fighting. The nation will age by 1 extra turn for each such region. Increase in decadence. Cases and trials, just as fair powerful, each region and rest has 20% chance for per government building, like courthouse or palace, to revert to quieter state, or prescriptions. The right to assassinate people. That's right. Well, I don't know which one we'll do there. We also have emergency levy, which we obviously don't need. And then we gained a progress token on our own. So we'll wrap it up here, and we'll try to figure out what's the best way to proceed. I mean, obviously we'll continue our war as well. But all that in the next episode. So for now, thanks for watching, and until the next one, take care.